Good morning, I'm Maddie Jansen, and this is the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's everything you need to know to start your day in about 15 minutes.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning. An inferno burning at one of the world's most famed cathedrals is out. We'll explain what's next for Paris in the aftermath of a devastating fire at Notre Dame.
A confusing scene outside a local gym. It started with gunfire and ended in a crash. What police are learning this morning.
They're ready for takeoff. Another Kern County honor flight heads out this morning. This time, our own Tabitha Mills joins the group on their adventure to the nation's capital. She's live at Meadowfields Airport on this Tuesday, April 16th, 2019. Good morning. Good to have you with us. I'm Mary Kate Paquette in for Maddie Jansen alongside Alex Fisher and Kevin Charette.
And, of course, we're starting the morning off a little wet today.
Yeah, and glad to have Mary Kate. She's fighting through it this morning, dealing with a little bit of a cold, but we're glad to have you in the seat.
I'll try not to cough too much on there for you guys. Save you from that.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely feeling like a cold season because we definitely have a change in the weather. We've got some rain. Yes, we talked about it yesterday. It has arrived, and you can see here on the satellite and radar some of these showers pushing through right now. We've only picked up 100th of an inch for Bakersfield at this time, and we will continue to see numerous showers throughout our Tuesday here. We're at 53 currently. We have a light wind out of the north-northwest at 5 miles per hour, and as we take a look at your hour by hour, starting in the 50s and then 60s this afternoon, and you can see we keep a chance of showers in there most of the day. And then for the mountains, 41 right now. You have a west-northwest wind at 13, a wind advisory also in place, and you can see throughout the day we'll see temperatures into the lower 50s, but also keeping a chance of showers around as well.
Well, it's finally out. After raging on for more than 12 hours, firefighters have extinguished a massive fire at the iconic Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. The almost 900-year-old building caught fire yesterday. Early this morning, Parisian firefighters confirmed the flames were completely out. Crews are now working to survey the blackened shell of the church. The big focus is ensuring the structural integrity of the portion of the building that's still standing. The next step will be for experts to determine what can be saved and how to rebuild, which is expected to be a grueling process. Officials are calling the fire an accident, possibly the result of restoration work, though that has done little to ease the national mourning. We have continuing coverage of this devastating fire coming up on the Today Show. You can watch it right here on KGET following 17 News at Sunrise. And still ahead this morning on Sunrise, we'll hear how people here in Bakersfield are reacting to the partial loss of this agricultural treasure.
A confusing scene in southwest Bakersfield. Police are working to piece together information about what led to gunfire outside the Planet Fitness Gymnasium on California Avenue. But this was the end result. A pickup crashed into an electrical transformer and a light pole behind the gym, knocking out power to the nearby Barnes & Noble bookstore and the gym. It all started just after 7 o'clock last night. An officer in the area first heard the shots, then calls started to come into BPD. No word if anyone was injured. Officers did detain one person for questioning. The driver of the pickup truck that crashed fled the scene.
In your 17 Court Watch, it was the video that sparked nationwide outrage. Now the woman suspected of animal cruelty is due back in court. Video surfaced in January showing Elaine Rosa on an electric scooter while a dog was dragged behind her. Court documents say the dog was hurt and Rosa took it in to an urgent care hospital, but she lied about what happened over fears she would be denied service. Photos and video of the incident quickly went viral, with protesters calling for her to face criminal charges. 40 days later, the district attorney's office charged her with a felony count of animal cruelty. She's scheduled to appear in court again this morning.
The man police say threatened to sexually assault employees at a downtown Bakersfield coffee shop is also set to appear before a judge today. You may remember the owners at Blue Oak Coffee described the frightening moments earlier this month. They say they'd been open for less than an hour when a man came inside and threatened to rape them. The man police say made the threats is 23-year-old Joshua Harris. He remains behind bars this morning and is being held on a $25,000 bail. He is set to appear in court later this afternoon. We'll have more information on both these appearances tonight on 17 News at 5 and 6.
We're back with a reminder to work up an appetite this week. Tomorrow, we're teaming up with the Bakersfield Homeless Center to raise money for families it helps. This is video from last year. The barbecue is 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. outside our KGET studios at 22nd and M Streets. You can pick up a burger, chips, cookie, and a drink, all for $5. For another $5, you can enter a raffle to win a 60-inch TV and Blu-ray player. If you want to buy more than 10 lunches, call 322-9199 by the end of today. Welcome back. In your 17th Health Watch, the measles outbreak continues to get bigger. Iowa is the latest state to have a confirmed case of the measles. The Department of Public Health says it's the first case of the measles the state has seen since 2011. The person who contracted the disease recently returned from Israel, where measles transmission is occurring. A doctor from the Iowa Department of Public Health says it's crucial to make sure Iowa doesn't see the measles spread like it has in other states.
If everybody stays up to date on their vaccinations, they should be protected, and it's a really good, really important protective tool to use.
Including Iowa, 21 states have now reported cases of measles to the Centers for Disease Control this year. New York City is seeing one of the biggest outbreaks with more than 200 reported cases so far. So far, no reports of any cases here in Kern County.
More than 500 confirmed cases of the measles have been confirmed nationwide, a 20% increase in just 1 week. One thing health officials say is contributing to the growing outbreak: parents refusing to vaccinate their kids. NBC's Lester Holt spoke with a nurse trying to convince parents to ignore the anti-vaccine myths on social media, which she once believed herself.
Number one myth is autism.
Yes.
What is the argument they make, and what's the counter-argument?
So the argument they make is that the vaccines given at 1 year age cause autism, but we have so much evidence showing that autism signs and symptoms can actually be present from birth.
And there's no link to vaccinations?
Absolutely not.
And if you're worried about you or your child getting the measles, doctors say if you received the 2 MMR vaccines as a child, you are fully immune for life and do not need a booster shot. If you only got 1 shot or you're not sure you got any, you can talk to your doctor about getting a booster shot. Welcome back. United is following in the footsteps of several other airlines, extending the cancellation of 737 MAX flights. United says its 737 MAX jets will be grounded through early July. The Federal Aviation Administration ordered all 737 MAX planes grounded last month after 2 fatal crashes overseas killed 346 people. United says it has used spare aircraft and other creative solutions since March to help minimize the impact on customers. The company added, quote, "We won't put our customers and employees on that plane until regulators make their own independent assessment that it is safe to do so." Well, James Bond would likely approve. Aston Martin has unveiled its first electric car called the Rapid E at the Shanghai Motor Show. Aston Martin only plans to make 155 of these cars. They're expected to be sold at a price tag of $330,000. Wow. The Rapid E is an electric version of the Rapid S, which is gas-powered. Whether it's paying a family member your portion of the phone bill or splitting the bill on Taco Tuesday, chances are you've used peer-to-peer payment apps like Venmo. In fact, 76 million people use them. But which ones are the best and safest to use? Kim Hutcherson has the answers.
Your smartphone is replacing your wallet. Mobile payment apps like Venmo, Zelle, and the Cash App are quickly replacing cash when it comes to paying friends and family. All 3 allow you to link up your bank account, type in a dollar amount, and send the money fast. The biggest difference is that Venmo is the only one that lets you get social. You can post about your transactions and interact with others. Zelle is setting itself apart by going after older users. The service is already built into many mobile banking apps like Wells Fargo and Bank of America. Zelle also puts that cash into your recipient's bank account instantly. On the Venmo app, instant payments cost 25 cents, and you must have a Visa or MasterCard. Instant deposits on the Cash App will cost you 1.5% of the total amount you're trying to send. Consumer Reports recently rated all 3 apps secure to use. They recommend you follow these 3 tips for the best experience and to reduce your risk. Number 1, opt in to extra security. Take those extra seconds and set up protections like a PIN and features that require a special code to confirm payments. Number 2, keep your app up to date. If you have the old version, you're missing the latest security protections. And number 3, it may sound obvious, but only send money to people you know. For Consumer Watch, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Thanks for listening to the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's a 15-minute summary of everything you need to know about Kern County. There's a new episode every weekday.